One of the biggest and most important things that I've been a part of with the Trust is working during the COVID-19 pandemic. I was actually in a different role then. I was based on site at Whipps Cross Hospital, and I really saw firsthand the importance of the NHS. When everyone was asked to stay at home, going into Whipps Cross Hospital head on and being that point of contact for the doctors and the nurses who were working through the pandemic and really being patient facing during this time is something that really stood out to me. The impact that we were having directly upon the patients and helping to deliver more staff into the service there was something that I'm really proud of, and seeing it firsthand was something that stands out to me as a key moment working within the NHS.
You know, when I was 7 years old, I injured my eye on Christmas Eve, so I had the delight of spending Christmas Day at Moorfields. And as a 7-year-old, I was convinced that I would miss Christmas and I would miss out on so many things, but they made sure that they brought Christmas to the ward. They made lists to redirect Father Christmas, so he knew that certain children wouldn't be at their homes. And that it was just the little things. My parents couldn't be there the whole time because of the timing. They made sure that they checked in and you felt like you were part of their family. You wasn't just left at home. And as a 7-year-old, that was really important. And now as an adult, I can look back and understand the amount of work that went in. For mums and dads that were also working at Christmas, that meant that my Christmas was still really special. And I've always held on to that memory, and I always have and will appreciate that.
Well, in the last 15 years, I've had 4 operations. And now as an adult and working alongside the NHS, I'm really appreciative and how lucky and fortunate I am, especially within the world where we get free NHS. And I think had I been born in a different country, brought up there, I might not have been able to afford those operations. So I think as an individual and as a nation, we should be very proud. I think everyone at one point within their life has gone into a hospital, gone into a service for healthcare that they needed support for. So it affects every single person, and to be able to support them, to offer a service, to be part of it, I think it's amazing.
A personal memory of the NHS having an impact on my life, I can go to 3 contracts that we work with directly: Epsom and St Helier, Great Ormond Street and Moorfields Eye hospitals. When I was younger, I was quite poorly, and I spent a lot of time in each of those hospitals, and the staff there looked after me when I was a child going into being a teenager. One of those contracts I've worked with for a number of time had really great relationship with the teams on the client side, the matrons, ward managers, and a team that essentially saved my mum's life. She was terminally ill and she pulled through it, and it wouldn't have been, she wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for the staff at one of those hospitals. So I'm eternally grateful for everything they've done before the pandemic, through the pandemic. I think they're the greatest people ever. For me, working in partnership is more than just a work for me, it's a personal thing as well. So yeah, they're unsung heroes.
Happy 75th birthday, NHS.